Postdoc Transformation. Postdoc Transformation. Postdoc Transformation. Invest in your postdoc transformation. Welcome to the seasonal show for scientists leaping into business. Make sure to check your readiness to leap out of science with us for free, as linked in the show notes. For your career transition, we offer customized career transition e-courses and memberships also at graduate schools all over the world. Maybe yours too. And if your university isn't yet our customer, enroll in your free email course for career transition made simple, as linked in the show notes. I'm your host, Professor Dr. Eleon Soei-Winkels, with my team who is rooting for you. And let's build your postdoc transformation with this episode. Dear postdoc transformers, welcome back to the final episode of Season 6 of the Postdoc Transformation Show for the scientists leaping into business. Woohoo! So give yourself a huge round of applause because you have been on an incredible journey. Across 6 seasons, we have tackled everything from taming those imposter syndrome monsters to identifying where your research and teaching skills actually do fit in the corporate jungle. We've talked about how to leave academia without burning bridges, how to come back maybe to academia one day. One of the most favorite episodes of all time. And let's be honest, navigating the shift from academia to business and maybe also even back can feel like navigating a minefield sometimes. And we have truly tried to prepare you for the future of work and the future of jobs in this era of AI. We had inspiring interview guests from all over the world, a few professors in academia, and most are in senior business leadership positions in consulting and other future-proof industries. But today, dear postdoc transformers, we're not just wrapping up Season 6, we're igniting a spark. We're talking about taking control, carving out your own path, and building something meaningful that is truly yours. Today's episode is about a topic that is very, very close to my heart, something that I have lived and tried to also role model for you. It's your side hustle sprint from idea to income beyond academia, beyond your studies. Wait, hear me out. I know that many of you are thinking, side hustle, and I'm barely surviving my research schedule, my teaching schedule. It's summer and I'm already exhausted for the whole year. So I cannot try to launch a business. When? How? And believe me, I hear you. But what if I told you that your side hustle could be your launchpad, your runway? It's about building confidence, self-efficacy, business acumen, all the things that you really need in parallel to your research and teaching skills. If you want to leap into business, your side hustle could be the key to unlock all of this. Your side hustle could be the best teacher that you can get for honing your business skills. So I want you to build a postdoc transformation side hustle to create a safety net for whatever happens in your life. Whether it will be as an employee that you have an exit, whether it would be to start your own business so that you now can have already an idea of how to market, how to develop a business, etc. So whatever it is, I think the best time to learn how to run a business is now. Hey, before we continue, we want to appreciate those who finance this valuable episode for you. I want to share with you my best marketing agent. Serving my underprivileged, underrepresented, and underserved audience, leads and clients is key for me as an Asian working mom, business owner, and professor in Germany. But I can't be marketing and selling all the time, and I have to be mindful with my own resources. So I chose Podbean as my podcasting host and monetizing provider. I'm on the Unlimited Plus plan for our Postdoc Transformation show and Creating Reorganized show. With Podbean, your audience can inclusively listen and watch your podcast according to their visual and auditive needs. You can also embed your customized podcast player on your external website or use one of the beautiful website templates. You can easily share your podcast on all major podcasting directories, which allow you to reach a huge audience on their favorite devices in their countries. Podbean also has an ads marketplace, and you can easily attract and manage sponsors for dynamic ads, which are played out depending on your audience criteria. This way, you can serve your audience for free. Some of them become your clients eventually, but your advertising sponsors independently support you financially in each episode. You will see insightful stats per demographic and which episodes attracted most listeners, so you can tailor your future episodes for your leads and clients and present suitable external ads. If you want to try out Podbean for your own podcasting, DM or email me Podbean so I can share my experience and consult you. Please check it out via my link in the show notes. I only get a small financial reward if you become their customer using my Podbean link. After this quick appreciation of our sponsors, we are now back in our insightful episode. So this is going to be a jam-packed episode full of actionable prompts. And as always in this season 6, I will also discuss a psychological model to help you actually do things. And of course, share some AI magic to validate your brilliant ideas. And speaking of magic, get ready because soon Season 2 of Creating Reorganized, my other video podcast, is launching, and it's all about building a marketing and selling machine for your own business. More on that later. All right, let's go. Dear Postdoc Transformers, you are an incredible listener and the hero of our story, right? You've dedicated years or decades even to become a rigorous academic researcher. You're a critical thinker, a problem solver, and a master of data. You are very likely to thrive on intellectual challenges. If you are just like me, then you are also driven by the desire of having impact on your students, on the people who will also benefit from your research. And hopefully you are also thinking that also should benefit you at the end of the day. So a little bit more cash would be really nice. Okay, so here's the rub. You are on your way to your 30s. And adulting feels hard when you still live like a student. And maybe your non-PhD friends enjoy their lives while you do your thing, right? So maybe you want to settle and start a family, but getting tenure feels like gambling. And honestly, when you look around, now is maybe not the right time to start a family. Really? You're not getting any younger. So you might be feeling a financial pinch perhaps, wondering how to translate those grant writing, those editing skills into something that pays the mortgage outside of academia. And maybe it's also a pinch of professional identity. Like, who am I if I'm not doctor, lead researcher at blah, blah, blah. And let's not forget the big, scary unknown. You've done research, lived and breathed academia for almost all of your adult life, but now you don't know what's waiting on the other side. And the fear of leaping into a business world where you feel that you lack the right skills or that you lose that precious work-life balance, I don't know. It doesn't sound precious, but I can tell you, you have more time at your hands than you will ever have once you are in the business world. Trust me, I've been there. I'm still there. I know what I can cherish in academia. You might be aspiring for a more flexible life, a higher income that truly reflects your intellect and a greater impact beyond academic citations or a new intellectual challenge. And I can feel you, absolutely, deep in my heart. In my grad school years, I often joked, only 3 to 5 researchers in the world would read my publications. And it actually made me really sad, to be honest. A couple of years ago, I actually made a reel. Honestly, I can't find it anymore because I've done thousands of videos and everything, but I know the gist of that caption by heart. I left academia for having more impact. I went to IT and business, and I had more impact. But I did a lot of transformation and change management with people who did not want to change in the first place, but they had to change. And today, as a professor since 10 years, I'm working with young adults who want to change. And that makes my impact even better, right? I have more impact as a professor teaching my bachelor and master students. But if I would record that reel today, I would add the following. I have more impact as a podcaster with my 2 video podcasts. True. By the time of recording this episode, I have 11.8K podcast downloads or listenings for the Postdoc Transformation show alone, and then another 2.6 for the Create and Reorganize show. And it's more separate audiences. On social media, I have 25K views on Instagram per month and 60K on TikTok and 16K on LinkedIn. For me, impact is important. And that's why podcasting is my way forward. And I already know which of my podcasts will shape my postdoc transformation most. I just joked that I did more than 1,000 videos, and that's true. When you see me enjoying my videos, it wasn't like that in the beginning. It's a journey. I really went from a shameful social media beginner to someone who knows what to do and loves to learn more. I don't think that I'm finished. I will learn as much as I need in these AI times to capitalize on my data-driven and IT strategy-fueled way of working, because that is much more for me than being a professor. Hey, before we continue, we want to appreciate those who finance this valuable episode for you. I want to share with you my time and energy saver. As a professor for industrial and occupational psychology, I also teach about the future of work, and as a former IT strategy consultant, of course, I embrace AI to be a future-proof podcast producer of the Postdoc Transformation show and the Creating Reorganized show. Descript is the video and audio podcast editing tool of my choice. I pay for their creator plan, and it's worth every dollar. Descript comes with an integrated professional remote recording studio for the best audio quality for your guests and you. For example, I record an hour interview with a guest or a solo, and instead of painstakingly doing a rough cut and deleting all the ums and ahs and filler words and rambling around, which I did for hours, I now click on Descript's AI, editing for clarity, and my rough cut is done in seconds or a minute. For fine-tuning, I edit text instead of audio waves, and I just insert all my pre-recorded music, intro, ads, and outro, like this one, in a matter of minutes. I can then easily export closed captions, fine-tune AI-driven summaries, chapter markers, and titles, which I feed into my show notes and podcast host. Descript even suggests the best clips for social media, and their video editor automatically includes the synchronized speakers, cameras, and audio captions. I can also include stock graphics or pre-recorded videos. You can find our short-form examples on our Instagram and TikTok at Postdoc Transformation. If you want to try out Descript for your own podcast editing, DM or email me, Descript, so I can share my experience and consult you. Please check it out via my link in the show notes. I only get a small financial reward if you become their customer using my Descript link. Thanking our advertisers for their financial support, we are happy to return to our inspiring episode. I know a lot of you still contemplate about becoming a professor. I'm here to tell you that being a professor is just a job. It's a job that should pay your rent, bills, whatever is on your mind. The salary of a professor is not a lot, not for the way I want to live. So whether you want to become a professor or not, you may want to have that sense of fulfillment, that spark of innovation that is in research, right? So now just the thought of going all in on a business venture feels terrifying. You think, I have purely academic knowledge. How can I compete? This is where this episode comes in. This is your side hustle sprint. It's a low-risk sandbox to test the waters, to build something that reflects your unique genius and start generating income on your own terms. And to be honest, No business role in industries offers such a high versus low peak work schedule around the academic year like you probably have at the moment at the university. So especially if you have kids, you will have invaluable time in parallel with your children who are in the school academic year. I have strategically planned the season 6 finale to be on June 19th so I can enjoy the summer with my kids and batch create new episodes for my Creating Reorganized while letting you enjoy and work through our previous evergreen 68 Postdoc Transformation Show episodes. And please DM me your career transition questions so I can answer them in future episodes in Season 7. My own Postdoc Transformation is really a testament to this. After completing my PhD in neuroscience in 2008, talk about very specialized academic knowledge, no application really in business, I immediately leaped into IT, first as an IT analyst at Aldi South, and then IT strategy consulting at Accenture. Even after becoming a professor for industrial and occupational psychology, the entrepreneurial bug in me was still buzzing. In 2014, when I was pregnant, I started career coaching on the side. It wasn't about replacing my professorship, but expanding my impact as a psychologist and systemic management coach, building something flexible that allowed me to prioritize my family, picking up my kids after school, and spend quality time with them in the afternoons. Remember, that was 2014. I just had given birth to my first child, but I knew what kind of mom I would love to be. That desire for a work-life balance and a different kind of impact drove me. My blend of resilience, networking, leveraging technology allowed me to create something from scratch in the Corona crisis because, my then in-person and local German coaching business crumbled, and I had to reinvent my business as an internationally available e-course and membership-based model. But that's a story for another episode. Here's your actionable prompt, my dear postdoc transformer. Take a moment to grab a pen or paper or open a note on your device. Brainstorm 5 to 10 low-hanging fruits based on your academic background or even pain points you've observed in your academic field or among your peers. These aren't just academic problems. Think of everyday frustrations, inefficiencies, or unmet needs. For example, is there a software tool that you can develop, something that you can build with AI that could make data analysis or whatever in your discipline easier? Maybe you can think of a way for simplifying scientific communication for a broader audience. Could any of these be the basis of a small service or even product you could offer? Do not censor yourself. Let's pause for a moment to respect those who sponsor this valuable episode. And once you have determined your readiness to leap and want to transition into business or industries, then you can enroll in your free email course with 10 actionable, bingeable email lessons until you start your job in business. You'll get 10 emails like this. Number 1, how to leap out of science. Number 2, how to build your sustainable LinkedIn profile. Number 3, how to read social media and network. Number 4, how to research your favorite jobs and employers. Number 5, how to do informational interviews to get insights. Number 6, how to create your customized applications with ChatGPT. Number 7, how to prepare your thesis from a business point of view. Number 8, how to apply to your favorite employers. Number 9, how to choose the right job offer. Number 10, how to prepare for your new job. And did you know that we offer deep dive e-course workshops and memberships at graduate schools, maybe also at yours in the future? Ask your graduate school coordinator whether they want to book my services so that I can deliver them to you 24/7, 365 on your mobile device. And even better, if you get us paid by your grad school, we will pay you 50% recurring sales commissions. So You will earn money with us as we help you and your PhD besties to transition into business. We can build a postdoc transformation together. Woohoo! Thanking our advertisers for their financial support, we are happy to return to our inspiring episode. So here's your playbook for your sprint. Now, you might feel like you're at the starting line of the sprint looking at a huge, intimidating marathon ahead. But that's where I come in. I've been there, I've navigated the leaps, and I even launched my own video podcast, the second one, which is literally a playbook for your marketing and selling. And now we are seeding your business development. Creating Reorganized is really a playbook for starting a side business and excelling in marketing and selling via a video podcast just like this one. You can show your services or even your products or whatever it is. You explain why you are the go-to person so that everyone who is listening and watching to your podcast will want to work with you, will want to book you or hire you. The plan for your side hustle sprint isn't about quitting your day job tomorrow. It's about talking small, deliberate, and strategic steps. It's about validating your ideas quickly and efficiently, learning as you go, and building momentum while playing around with AI and building your business acumen. And one of the core philosophies behind this is the Lean Startup methodology by Ries. The Lean Startup encourages you to build, measure, and learn. Okay? So don't spend years perfecting something in secret until you find out that no one wants that. Okay? You need to get a minimum viable product, an MVP, minimum viable product, out there, get feedback from the market, and iterate, adapt. My own journey with the Creating Reorganized show embodies this. By the time of recording this episode, we're currently at a fantastic 2006K downloads for just 8 episodes. And do you know how many listeners do I have? Well, I have 819 listeners in our first season. And that's a testament for starting, learning, and growing. If you want to learn more about my podcasting journey, you can check out this video, why Eleanor Soei-Winkels is called the Trifecta. I was actually the first guest in season 1 of Podbean's in-house podcast, Podbean Amplified, where the wonderful co-host Shay called me the Trifecta, which is a true honor, and you need to listen why she called me like that. But essentially, it's about consistent content creation that does not burn you out, learning how to generate leads that you really want to serve well in your business. Creating Reorganized. Woohoo! So here's the actionable prompt. Think about your brainstormed side hustle idea. If you are a scientist leaping into business, you have already a bachelor and probably also a master's degree under your belt. When you look at your degrees, and even outside of your academic life, is there a niche problem that you can solve for many people who would pay you for that kind of solution? So I repeat that. Is there a niche problem that you can solve for many people who would pay you? And then you need to think about what's the smallest, simplest version of that solution you could create to get initial feedback to further refine your business development. It could be a single social media post asking if people are interested. It could be a simple free guide, a free ebook or whatever, a PDF that you can share. It could be a quick 15-minute consultation, or like in my case, a video podcast. I use Creating Reorganized as my minimum viable product. And by the way, as a professor, I know a lot of professors, postdoc scientists, and PhD students. So if you are thinking of writing a book to earn more money, think twice. There are better ways to earn money right away. If you want to write your book, creating a video podcast can even help you write a better book that truly resonates with your audience because your viewers and listeners engage or not and tell you a different direction maybe. With their comments, likes, and shares, they are contributing and shaping your book with their attention, which is the watch time. You can even test and offer low-key associated offerings like high-ticket paid consultations or a mini e-course for the masses in parallel to your book that you eventually develop based on the feedback that you get from your video podcast. And the idea is to create and test paid services in an agile and low-cost, low-risk entrepreneurial way instead of trying to sell a book that very few people know if you only start marketing and selling after the book's publication date. Let's pause for a moment to respect those who sponsor this valuable episode. I want to share with you my #1 lead generator, and you can start that even without a podcast. It's Typeform, and I use them to create free quizzes with open questions and multiple choice answers. I also predefine mandatory answers so I can qualify and score leads, collect their email addresses for later nurturing. I can brand my quizzes, for example, my Check Your Readiness to Leap Out of Science quiz with my audio and video files, so this way I can share specific podcast episodes or other information based on their answers, and then automatically send them an email after submitting the quiz. I even included a calendar invite for those leads who qualify specifically. So now I can help everyone on the surface for free and divert my valuable time only to my high-ticket leads on a deep level. I collect all the data automatically after my initial setup, as I have also integrated it with my remaining tech stack. If you want to try out Typeform for your own lead generation and qualification, DM or email me Typeform so I can share my experience and consult you. Please check it out via my link in the show notes. I only get a small financial reward if you become the customer using my Typeform link. Thanking our advertisers for their financial support, we are happy to return to our inspiring episode. The same actually goes for a full e-course. I created my e-course for career transition made simple after I conducted my 2-day career transition workshop for multiple times at graduate schools. I knew it was tried and tested thoroughly. So trust me, you don't want to create a huge effort product only to find out that no one needs it and nobody wants to pay for that. So based on my data, the creating reorganized business development is the way forward because I see more demand for marketing and selling for business owners versus career transitioning for scientists in my statistics, provided by Podbean, which is my podcast hosting and monetizing platform of choice. And completing my tech stack, by the way, I use a fantastic set of tools that truly embody this set and forget capability that I cherish a lot, which is time saving, error reduction, and ultimately that shows how women and men without a tech team can capitalize on technology. For nurturing those early leads and building your audience, ActiveCampaign is gold. Behind the scenes, ActiveCampaign integrates seamlessly for automatic data flow, allowing you to automate your communication and build relationships with your leads and clients effortlessly. From one tool to another, ActiveCampaign is the centerpiece of my tech stack. For collecting information and feedback efficiently, I rely on Typeform. It's brilliant for surveys, applications, or just gathering contact details of leads you attract on social media. And these tools aren't just for big businesses. I'm not a big business, but these are vital for even your earliest side hustle sprints because that allows you to focus on your core idea of running a business while the tech handles the mundane operational side of your business 24/7, 365. And believe me, if you want high-ticket individual leads and clients, you want professional and proven tech tools. You don't want to look like an amateur having no idea how to run a business. You know, that know, like, and trust factor, that also comes with how you use your tools beyond the content that you're offering. All right, dear PostdocTransformers, let's talk about something that is incredibly powerful that will help you actually do this side hustle sprint rather than just, thinking about it. Let's be honest, we all have brilliant ideas, but to turn them into action or, get it on the street, as we say in German, can be the biggest hurdle. So this is where I would love to introduce you to a psychological model, theory, or concept This one is Dr. B.J. Fogg's behavior model. The Fogg model of behavior is B equals MAP, MAP. Behavior happens when three elements converge at the same moment. So it's a product, okay? So you need motivation, that's M. You need ability, that's A. And you need a prompt, that's P. So motivation, ability, and prompt. And that then leads to behavior. B equals MAP. It's elegant, it's simple, and it's incredibly effective for understanding why we do or don't do something. You will learn how to design and control yourself for action. You can find his paper, A Behavioral Model for Persuasive Design, as a PDF in his Stanford resources. Truly foundational piece of work. So let's break it down for your side hustle sprint. M like motivation. This is your desire to perform the behavior. For you, dear postdoc transformer, your motivation is high. You want more impact, more income, more life balance, more intellectual challenges. You want to move away from precarious working conditions, a cloudy future of work in academia. That's your fuel, probably. And here's the actionable prompt. Each morning, before you start your day, take 60 seconds to visualize what success with your side hustle would look like. Feel that excitement, that freedom, that impact. This keeps your motivation tank full. Maybe you want to create a runway for your better future. Maybe you want to build your business acumen to land a good first job in business. And maybe you want to earn money on the side to finance all extra things. Maybe you want to do your first steps in your journey as an entrepreneur. So this is highly individual and best aligned with your vision of life. We have already talked about goal setting in previous episodes and your vision of life. So if you're new to our show, listen back to the previous episodes so that you get up to speed with all the postdoc transformers who have already capitalized on more episodes. My motivation is very clear. I built my postdoc transformation family first. I spend maximum quality time with my children as long as they are little and want to learn from me. But you must find your own motivation for your postdoc transformation. I just want you to have the same clarity. I know why I'm doing this, so get out of my way and let me focus on what is moving the needle. Let's pause for a moment to respect those who sponsor this valuable episode. If you want a relatively passive income, creating a paid e-course as your service is a great option. Especially if you are like me, an experienced teacher in higher education and now want to share even more knowledge and create a paid membership with live group meetings beyond the e-course. Offering an e-course is a no-brainer, and Thinkific is an AI-infused learning management system which is a dream for every educator. After setting up an e-course and our membership, you also need to market and sell your e-course. And that's when lead generation with Typeform and podcasting via Descript and Podbean can complement you well. If you want to try out Thinkific for creating your own e-course and membership, DM or email me Thinkific so I can share my experience or consult you. Please check it out via my link in the show notes. I only get a small financial reward if you become their customer using my Thinkific link. After this quick appreciation of our sponsors, we are now back in our insightful episode. Then after M, like motivation, comes A, like ability. This is your capacity to perform the behavior. Do you feel like you can do it? This is often where academics get stuck. And, we look at building a business and think, oh my God, I cannot do this. I don't have an MBA. I don't know how to do marketing. I hate marketing. I don't even want to do that. I don't know how to sell. Well, that task can feel too difficult, especially if you've never done this. Maybe you are like me. You feel like selling, marketing is evil, but then you find out it's actually fun. And to be honest, in the era of AI, know what is cheap, but know how, and most importantly, know why are valuable and sought after. So how can you increase your ability for your side hustle sprint? The key here is to make that task incredibly simple. Don't try to build a whole business at once. And that is why I'm mentioning starting a side business from semester 1 with my bachelor and master students. I'm preaching this for every fresh incoming student. Are you listening to this idea for the first time? As a scientist? Well, as a professor, I see it as a duty for my own students to prepare them for whatever is their future work. So back to you. Instead, you need to identify tiny steps that are doable for you. So can you spend 15 minutes researching a competitor? Yes. Can you draft one LinkedIn post? Yes. Can you make a contact? Write them why you want to connect with them. When these tasks are simple, you can do them, and your ability to do something like that skyrockets. And this is where the sprint mentality truly comes alive. Break it down, make it easy, and do it. This reminds me on self-efficacy and mastery experiences, and we already talked about it at length in previous episodes, so I'll just link that in the show notes for you to listen. So here's my personal story. When I decided to launch my postdoc transformation show for the scientists leaping into business, I did not think about to become a podcasting consultant. I thought, can I record this episode? Can I learn how to edit? Just this one and then the next episode and get better every time I do something, okay? I did not know everything, but I knew that I could learn the next small step. And tools like Descript made that ability part so much easier. I wish I had known that from episode 1. Trust me, I only started to use Descript when I wanted to record interviews from episode 23 onwards. I wanted to sound and edit professionally to respect my guests and also my own time, because I knew that I wanted to double down on this podcasting journey. And Descript's AI features mean that I don't need to be an audio engineer. And I know a lot of podcasters who have audio engineers. I'd rather pay for software that can do the work, so I can focus on the content. And Descript has AI features that help me simplify tasks like transcripts and subtitles, show notes, social clips, etc. So essentially, it's saving me precious time, which I can now spend even more with my children. All right, so in order to get B like behavior, and after M like motivation, A like ability, you now finally need P like prompt. So not prompt like in AI, but more like actionable prompt. So this is your call to action, the trigger that tells you to do the behavior. It could be an alarm, a reminder, really also seeing someone else doing it like me as a podcaster. I try to walk my talk. I try to be the role model that you may not see in academia in your vicinity. So how can you use prompts for your side hustle sprint times? Okay, so put it in your calendar, even if it's just 30 minutes twice a week. Set an alarm. Use a sticky note on your computer. These simple triggers will nudge you into action when your motivation and ability are aligned. Here's your actionable prompt. Identify a specific recurring time slot each week. Perhaps a 30 minutes time block on Tuesday evenings or Saturday morning, and block it out as side hustle sprint. Set a recurring alarm for it. And for me personally, my prompt is my podcasting season schedule. I know that I want to get 8 episodes in a season for both of my shows, so I plan my year according to my professor duties, school breaks of my children, family holidays, and then I set a start and end date for my seasons. Once I've got that down in my calendar, I reverse engineer my episode titles to tell a horizontal story arc for a given season. And then I evaluate what podcasting deliverables went well and are worth repeating or adapting based on my statistics, and I then derive the vertical scripts for each episode. I then batch record, edit a couple of episodes, create all marketing deliverables ahead of time so I can enjoy maximum time and location flexibility within my podcasting season. And this is my Create and Reorganize strategy, which you can learn by listening to my video podcast, Create and Reorganize, as linked in the show notes. In our season break over summer, we are preparing season 2, so please ask me all your career transition questions and also your business marketing and selling questions so that I can answer them in future episodes. See what I just did here? I ask you to engage and contribute to my video shows, Creating You Organized, but also Postdoc Transformation show, so I'm taking out my guesswork. So I can align my future episodes for real demand by my audience, you. And that saves me time to create a wanted product. By understanding B, behavior, equals map, motivation, ability, and prompt, you can intentionally design your side hustle journey to be more successful. Okay, so make your steps easy, ensure you're motivated, and give yourself the gentle nudges to keep sprinting forward. It's easy to get sidetracked or stagnate if you don't know your motivation, do not develop the key abilities, or have no prompts to keep you accountable for your behavior. Let's pause for a moment to respect those who sponsor this valuable episode. So far, you have learned all my favorite marketing and sales tools. Now, how can you bring all the data from your audience, leads, and clients together so you can serve them on a value ladder and for the long term? Even after multiple touchpoints with you, you want to remain on their mind for when they are ready to buy your service or product. I'm expanding my digital business, and I use ActiveCampaign as the centerpiece of all my services like email course, podcast, newsletter, show notes, website, sales page, merch shop, forms, whatever it is, as needed. As a former IT strategy consultant, I have high requirements on my tech stack, and ActiveCampaign offers so many integrations to all my other apps. I use it daily. If you want to create your own digital business with various AI-driven lead magnets and funnel options, DM or email me, ActiveCampaign, so I can share my experience and consult you. Please check it out via my link in the show notes. Again, I only get a small financial reward if you become their customer using my ActiveCampaign link. After this quick appreciation of our sponsors, we are now back in our insightful episode. All right, let's talk about the cutting edge. Because as scientists, you live and breathe data. And in the world of side hustles, data is gold. But getting that data, understanding market demand, and validating your brilliant ideas is a long, drawn-out process that can cost a fortune. And I already talked about how I use my video podcast statistics from Podbean to ground my business decisions. Across all my social media platforms like Pinterest, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, etc., I use the social media management tool Metricool to track which posts get a lot of attention, when, why, etc., worth to double down in the future. And I love their calendar, planner, and auto list feature on repeat. They really are my game changer to enjoy social media off times. Now let's talk about AI tools that you can use to evaluate and also validate your commercial value of your side hustle. AI isn't just for complex algorithms in the lab. It's a powerful tool for quickly assessing market demand and commercial viability for your side hustle idea. You can turn your brilliant ideas into data-backed decisions in a true sprint. I do that in my podcasts. When I started offering my career transition workshops more than 10 years ago, I had no idea of pricing, calculating costs, total addressable market, and freelancer contracts, whatever it is, just to name a few of my then unknowns. But today, you can ask AI to give you key criteria to evaluate your site. Use AI for idea expansion and initial market scan. These large language models are like having a superpowered brainstorming partner and preliminary market researcher at your fingertips. Better than nothing, right? Better than relying on your scientific point of views. Instead of asking them to write your research paper, maybe prompt them for business insights. So for example, you can write something like, given my background in ABC, like bioinformatics, what are 5 potential side hustle ideas that solve core problems for biotech startups, my target audience? and what are their biggest pain points that my solution could address. My strengths, my whatever are, blah, blah, blah. I already tried this, blah, 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 blah. I want to earn more money with, whatever it is. So you can even ask those large language models to list common questions or discussions around your specific niche idea, and online forums, Reddit or Quora or something like that. And that gives you raw, unfiltered insights into what real people are struggling with or looking for. So remember that I ask you to do the same based on your previous academic degrees and your outside life experience already. Well, I want you to combine your own views with the AI fueled output. Don't just take the AI output as such, because asking AI with that kind of questions, well, a lot of postdoc transformation listeners may do that. But you need to fine tune that. You need to put your individual layer on top of that so that your business idea is unique to your capabilities, motivation, and prompts. You can use AI for trend spotting and keyword demand. You can use Google Trends, Google Ads, Keyword Planner, etc. So these aren't chatbots, but these tools are sophisticated algorithms, often driven by machine learning, and they can analyze search patterns and predict interest. And that is what you really need for evaluating whether your business idea is flying or not, so to speak. So they really help you understand what people are actively searching for, willing to pay for that. You can type in your side hustle keywords into Google Trends. Is interest growing, stable, or declining over time? Are there seasonal peaks? You can even compare side by side which of your business ideas would be more demanded or not. Are there seasonal peaks you can leverage for launches? Then use Google Keyword Planner to see how many people are searching for terms related to your idea. High search volumes often equal to high demand and a problem people are trying to solve. So for example, over summer, I'm not going to explain how you can teach better. But once the semester starts, that is a totally different demand, right? So this is really crucial for developing your ideas and setting up your marketing efforts later on. Think about how I strategize content for postdoc transformation versus creating reorganized. It's all about understanding what you, our listeners, and paying customers are looking for. Let's pause for a moment to respect those who sponsor this valuable episode. Are you wondering when and where you can get the attention of your audience? You always think you don't have the time for posting on multiple social media platforms. I totally get you. I have been enjoying weeks of social media breaks during the school breaks while I served my audience with prepared content to be scheduled out as needed. Ideally, you have just derived countless social media content from your one video podcast episode. Even without a podcast, with Metricool, the Swiss Army knife for your social media management, you can create and schedule your content in advance, according to the best posting times based on your followers. For campaigns across many days or weeks, I capitalize on their auto list and repeat features so I can focus on the important things according to my vision of life. If you want to schedule your content on social media, DM or email me Metricool so I can share my experience and consult you. Please check it out via my link in the show notes. Again, I only get a small financial reward if you become their customer using my Metricool link. Thanking our advertisers for their financial support, we are happy to return to our inspiring episode. Next one is to use AI for customer insights and sentiment analysis. And again, you can use large language models or AI features in survey platforms. AI can help you sift through vast amounts of unstructured data, social media comments, product reviews, forum discussions to identify common themes, pain points, and even sentiment, positive or negative, around existing solutions or unmet ideas. Here's how you can use them. Look at your potential competitors. Use an AI tool to summarize a bunch of reviews for you. You can quickly scan reviews of competing products or services? What are their customers complaining about? What features are they missing? What are people praising? This helps you to adapt your own unique selling proposition, because then you can address all of that they are missing or complaining about, and make it an even better solution. If you launch a small initial survey using Typeform, for example, some modern platforms now use AI to categorize open-ended questions and responses, giving you quicker, more robust insights into customer needs without hours of manual coding. And remember, these AI tools aren't magicians that will do all the work for you and you don't have to do anything. But really, they are incredibly powerful to help you navigate the market landscape and validate your ideas with data so that you can sprint towards a commercially viable side hustle. It's all about leveraging technology strategically and showing how smart entrepreneurs, especially women, can capitalize on technology to build successful ventures. Among my students, I see many men using AI to their advantage. If you are or identify as a woman, please take this as your nudge to prioritize learning about AI to leverage whatever you do. And speaking of leveraging technology for impact, for those of you who dream of building your own brand or business and who can afford a premium white label done for your podcasting service to market your own business, one day maybe, imagine having a service that does all the heavy lifting for you. From conceptualization, strategy, to script writing, to editing and distribution, from building brand awareness, consistent content, and generating leads. I'm working on something truly transformative for you as a small business owner, so stay tuned. This is exactly what Creating Reorganized will delve into more deeply in Season 2. So my amazing partners like Podbean for hosting my video podcast, seamless integration for automatic data flow, total set and forget, to all podcasting players, Spotify, YouTube, iHeart, or whatever. Descript, that is my AI for editing and saving so much time and reducing errors. Thinkific, where I can host courses. Another set and forget solution for digital products. ActiveCampaign for my customer relationship management, email marketing, automation, lead nurturing. Typeform for data collection and on-brand surveys. And Metrical for tracking all my social media and analytics, showing me what's working. All of these are tools I use to make my side hustles and businesses flow automatically, freeing up my time to focus on my family and passions. The way I use technology should be your role model so that you know how you can capitalize on technology to build impactful careers and business. Truly Creating Reorganized. So dear postdoc transformers, as we reach the finish line of this sprint and the grand finale of Season 6, I want you to feel empowered. You are not just scientists, you are innovators, problem solvers, and potential entrepreneurs, creating reorganizers. Woo! And your academic rigor, your ability to analyze complex systems, and your persistence are precisely the superpowers you need to thrive in the business world, whether it's through a side hustle or a full career leap into business. Here's your call to action. It's very simple, yet profound. Take that first, small strategic step towards your side hustle sprint. Do not wait for perfection. Do not let the unknown paralyze you. Apply the Fogg behavior model. Make your actions simple, stay motivated by your vision of life, and give yourself that prompt to start. Right after listening to this episode, open up your LinkedIn profile. Start one if you haven't. Add keywords related to the business problems you brainstormed earlier. Start connecting with 2 or 3 small business owners and entrepreneurs in fields that interest you. I actually take my students to founders networks so that they can connect with small business owners and startups, because I really do think that this is inspirational. If you don't have it, use LinkedIn. Just write a simple connection request, maybe with a brief note. I liked your recent post on X because of Y. Looking forward to connect with you, to read more from you in my feed. Greetings, your name. So imagine your success. You're confidently building and growing your side business. you're gaining financial freedom, discovering a new sense of fulfillment and impact. And potentially, this is leading to a full-time entrepreneurial leap. Even if not, you are securing roles and projects that truly match your skill set and your aspirations so that you can enjoy financial stability and gain the professional respect you've always desired. Feeling truly valued in your new business endeavors. You're not just surviving, you are thriving. Dear postdoc transformers, what's the failure that you desperately want to avoid? Maybe it's that remaining stuck in academia, being left over, being left behind. It's allowing the fear of the unknown, the lack of a clear starting point, or the belief that your academic knowledge isn't enough to prevent you from exploring your entrepreneurial potential. It really means that you are missing out on opportunities for greater income, impact, and ultimately a more fulfilling professional life. So don't let that be your story, dear postdoc transformer. Listening to this postdoc transformation show has prepared you for more. Your scientific mind is your greatest asset, so use it for your own business. Have you found this episode so far helpful for yourself? Well, maybe you can subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Podbean, or wherever you get our show. And also share this episode with your PhD bestie because that would encourage us to help the underprivileged, underrepresented, and underserved early career scientists leaping into business. This would also ensure that you don't miss a future episode. Also, our subscription and listening numbers are key for finding the right sponsors for our show so that we can help you for free. And now, back to the show. All right, and that was a very serious note, but with that, my dear postdoc transformers, I really want to come to an end of this season 6 of the Postdoc Transformation Show. Thank you for being there when I needed you most. You know, in season 5, I had trouble with my retention rate, and with the help of my students, we were able to turn the ship around and have a wonderful season 6. So across these 67 episodes in 6 seasons, you've downloaded my voice, not just my speaker's voice, but instead also my song, the way I sing my postdoc transformation jingle and also my create and reorganize jingle. So thank you for having my song and my words in your ears. All right, we're taking a season break over summer, but don't worry, the Postdoc Transformation team will be planning an even more impactful season 7 for you. To keep you thinking and prepared, we will publish our best social clips on most major podcast players so you can enjoy live and get inspired for your postdoc transformation. And if you need more, re-listen to our evergreen full episodes. Most postdoc transformers actually do listen to a single episode multiple times, as our content really hits home differently depending on your stage of your postdoc transformation. And while we are on the break, make sure to subscribe to our Creating Reorganized show, Season 2, launching very, very soon. If you're curious about taking your side hustle to the next level, understanding marketing, selling, and leveraging video podcasting for your business, Creating Reorganized is your go-to resource. We're showing you how to build brand awareness, create consistent content, and generating leads all on your own terms and without burning out. And don't forget that little teaser I dropped about our upcoming premium white label done for your podcasting service for small business owners. If you are an established business owner looking to amplify your message, reach new audiences, and consistently deliver your expertise without the headache of production, keep your eyes peeled for my offer. It's designed to be your ultimate marketing powerhouse. Thank you so much for listening. Until next time, build your postdoc transformation according to your vision of life. Do you want a transcript of our episode? And our episode sponsors answers to all 6 bold questions so that you can choose to apply? Do you want to nominate your potential employer of choice so that we can ask them our bold questions? For all of that, click on our links in our show notes and on our website, www.postdoctransformation.com. Remember to check your readiness to leap out of science and to enroll in our free email course, Career Transition Made Simple. Thanks for your attention. I'm Professor Dr. Eleanor Soei-Winkels, the host of your seasonal Postdoc Transformation show. Postdoc Transformation.